Now it's time to listen to Clementi Sonatina Opus 36, number 1, movement 3. What a delightful movement this is. We all know it. And then the main theme is repeated. Okay, so let's talk about how often we hear this piece being played. When I hear students playing this, when I'm judging, it all seems to be pretty flat sounding like this. To play anymore for you to understand that sound. So what kind of physical gestures, what kind of touch releases can we employ in this sonatina movement to really make this beautiful? So here we go. Why don't we experiment with some kickoff touch releases like this, where the wrist, hand, and forearm all move forward into the key for the staccato notes. We're going to use our nice free arm and the power from the free arm and the shoulders and the back in order to feel like the phrasing is moving forward. Well, that works pretty well. And you might want to have a kickoff with a gentle push-off at the end of that 4-bar phrase. That's even better. And how do we make that beautiful shape? We have the students think about rolling forward, dropping on the D, rolling forward on the F, dropping, rolling forward, and then dropping, and then a gentle roll at the end of the phrase. Ooh, that's a lot of movement, but that's what creates a beautiful sound and beautiful color in that phrase. Okay, so let's see. How about the next section? I'm actually trying to play it with a basic staccato. As I would hear most students play in any kind of judging event. Actually, it's kind of harsh when we just use a basic woodpecker touch release. And also, it takes a little bit too much time to get off the key and repeat it. So why don't we experiment? Oh my gosh, you know what works? A kickoff and then a push-off. Make sure we have our students play these touch releases slowly so that they can observe their hands and their arms. So do you notice here? I'm actually rolling both wrists and forearms into the wood of the piano. And these are very nice, basic staccato woodpecker touch releases. So we just want to make sure that our students remember that staccato notes are up motions and not down motions, so that they can remain light. Again, we have, since we're descending, these touch releases all depend on where you're coming from, right? As you approach the key, as well as how you play the key, as well as how you release from the key. So it doesn't work to do anything except a woodpecker touch release, and then maybe a push-off at the end. So, oh my goodness. This is my choice. A woodpecker push off, and then kick off, push off. gentle rolls. And you know what I should do better at is these contrasts and dynamics. Clementi actually wrote only 2 measures of piano, followed by a long phrase of forte. And you know what I tend to do? I tend to crescendo through it, but that's not exactly what is written. So Clementi is boss. So let me go ahead and do that again. And then there's a forte. And we know that touch release of portato. And you can certainly look at the other link where I'm discussing portato in more detail so that we get the idea of that sound and that feeling in the body. Okay, so there we have it. This particular sonatina is from the Sonatinas Book 3, Succeeding with the Masters in the Festival Collection. And the very beginning of this, of all 6 books, there's characteristics of the classical era, art in the classical era. So we have some really great pictures so students can see the simplicity, the symmetry, and the balance in classical era buildings and architecture. Then we talk about sonata, allegro form, identity of the individual sections, how an exposition, a development, and recapitulation, and a coda is created, analyzing the form, and listening to classical music. So lots more pictures, and then, oh my gosh, then there are terms to know, the history of the piano. So there's a lot of great information in all 6 of these Sonatina books. So this particular Clementi is in book 3.